This June, TrueFire invites you to an extraordinary journey into the world of music with our Guitar Heroes and Legends promotion. Join us as we celebrate iconic guitarists who have shaped the landscape of music across the globe. For the entire month, immerse yourself in an electrifying series of insights, inspirations, and exclusive guitar lessons taught by TrueFire's very own legendary educators. Get unprecedented access to the techniques, styles, and secrets that have ignited stages and stirred souls. Whether you're a beginner looking for guidance or an experienced guitarist seeking deeper understanding, this is your unique opportunity to learn from the best in the business. This celebration of music and mastery will not only educate, but inspire you to find your unique sound and perhaps become a legend of your own. Jimmy Page, the visionary behind Led Zeppelin's iconic sound, is celebrated for his innovative guitar work. His mastery of both electric and acoustic guitar, combined with his knack for creating unforgettable riffs, established him as a guitar legend. Page's contributions to rock music and his ability to create epic guitar-driven compositions have solidified his place in music history. Today's free lesson on Jimmy Page is from Jeffery Marshall's Legends of Blues Rock. Let's dig in.
In this lesson, we're going to talk about Mr. Jimmy Page. A couple of cool things about Jimmy Page. He had the quintessential triplet riff that I was playing there a little bit in the intro, and some really extreme overbends, similar to David Gilmour that we talked about. But if you listen to the first couple Led Zeppelin records, you're going to hear this ascending and descending triplet style riff through a minor pentatonic. It was kind of one of his go-to licks in the early days, and certainly is one of my go-to licks from time to time because it just sounds really great. So what we're doing basically is we're going to go down an E minor pentatonic scale, right? Just our good old blues box there. And of course you can apply this to other shapes. I'm just trying to keep it simple, but you can apply it to any of your pentatonic shapes, okay? And what you're doing is you're sequencing it down in groups of 3. So you just start on the first note. In this case it's the G note on the 15th fret. On the high E string here, and you're just coming down in little groups of 3. 3 there, then go down to the next note, which should be E in this case, go down 3 notes of the pentatonic scale from there. So you got, and then you just repeat that for each string group. So here I would have it. So. All right, and depending on the tempo, it certainly works out great for triplets, of course, because it's little groups of 3. Triplets are groups of 3. Depending on the tempo, if it's a faster tempo song, you can do it in 8th note triplets, or in this case, I did it in more of a 16th note triplet feel, which is just double time 8th notes, right? All right, in the reverse, we could also ascend that. And I'll show you how I like to kind of approach this. We're going to start here. Here's our root tone, our E, but I'm actually going to start on the minor 3rd here, which is the next note up the pentatonic, and I'm going to go backwards. So it's... That is also the same kind of triplet feel, just in the opposite direction, of course, right? So those are 2 quintessential, especially in the early Led Zeppelin records. Jimmy Page did those kind of ascending and descending triplet runs. Now, another thing that Jimmy did was he would do these kind of overbends too, much like we talked about with David Gilmour. Maybe a little bit less controlled than David Gilmour, just kind of more a little bit free, not exactly going for an exact pitch, but he might do something like this. Right, that was another really quintessential Jimmy Page sound in the early days of Led Zeppelin when they were, playing more of a blues rock style before they got a little bit more progressive. So those are a couple of quintessential Jimmy Page riffs that you can get under your fingers and immediately throw it into your blues rock style of playing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jam a little bit more over the track just to give you some examples of this in action. Let's do it. All right, awesome. So there's a little insight to some of the ascending and descending triplet runs of Mr. Jimmy Page. Let's go ahead and head over to our practice scene and we'll do a little jamming. I'll see you there.